Hello, guys. Welcome back to the new episode of our Education Outreach series. Uh, as we have already covered some of the episodes, and the feedback was very good, so we are ready with the new episode as well. So, Education Outreach is the series we started about to connecting student with the peers, mentors, and expert so that it bridges the gap between classroom learning and real world skills. So today as well, we have invited a very special guest, Satakshi Jain. Welcome back to GSOC. Satakshi is currently working as a software engineer at Walmart Global Tech, and she has extensive knowledge into the different domain. She has been working on Java, Spring Boot, React, Node, SQL, and all. And she has also been engaged in Microsoft Engage 2022. And we are proudly to share with our participants that she has also joined us as a mentor, GSOC 2023. So, a very warm welcome, Satakshi Jain. Welcome back. And today's session is all about how AI is contributing to the uh, development part and how you can scale this with the open source contribution. So the stage is all yours, Takshijan. Please, you can start.
Yeah, thanks Jyoti for this lovely welcome. Let me share my screen. Yeah, I think the screen is visible. Is it visible to you? Hi Jyoti, is the screen visible? Okay, let's start. Today I'll be talking about how you can accelerate your open source journey using AI. So, let's see what we'll cover today. We'll cover about why open source and how you can utilize AI for contributing and understanding the code faster. And if you are a beginner, how you can make your first contribution. We'll also touch upon the topic Git and GitHub. And once you learn from GSOC, what are the different opportunities in which you can contribute. So this is the agenda. Why open source? Can anybody from the chat tell me why open source? Like, why one should contribute to open source? You can quickly type in chat. Okay, let me tell you why open source, why one should contribute. So, when contributing to open source, you get to contribute to real world projects, you get exposure to different tools, frameworks, and workflows. You get to understand deeply how Git works and how the code reviews happens at industry level and in real world projects. You get to know about deployments like how the projects are deployed and what are the several things which are used in CI/CD deployments. You also get exposure of writing clean and scalable code. So you might be working on projects, but maybe that code you are writing is not clean and scalable. So while contributing to open source, you get that exposure as well. Second is you get to collaborate with global developers, so you get to work with developers which have different skill set, and you learn about teamwork, collaboration, and how you can solve a problem at scale, which you will not get if you don't contribute to open source. And the most important one is like you get to build your public portfolio. Like, see, every contribution you make on open source or every pull request which gets accepted is a proof of your skill, right? and you can simply showcase that in your resume and enhance your resume by simply showing that those live links which shows your contributions in the real projects. And the last is networking opportunities, which is, I guess, the most important in tech, because uh, uh, through these networking opportunities you get more opportunities like internship opportunities, full-time opportunities, and you also get guidance from experienced mentors and contributors, which you will not get if you don't contribute. And the most important is you get feedback on your code, which you might not get if you're working on simply your local projects. Okay, now let's see what are the challenges in contributing to open source. So, if you are a beginner, you must be thinking that there are a lot of challenges. How should I contribute? So, I've listed few of them. So, first is large unfamiliar code bases. So, as a beginner, it might be overwhelming for you to see that the project is so large and it has a large code base. How will I make contribution? How to understand that code? So, for beginners, it's a little difficult, but it's not like that you can't do it. Second is complex documentation. So, in most of the repos, you might have seen that the README files are not so much beginner friendly, that after reading that, you understand that you need some of the prior knowledge to understand that whole README. So, that is one of the challenge which folks face. Third is debugging. So, in real life, one like most of you have built projects. So, while building the projects, you see, like debugging takes a lot of time, and if you don't know what's the root cause of the error in a project, it can take a day or two also. Without proper guidance, you like can't debug a error. So this is one challenge. The most common one is fear of making mistakes. So beginners often worry about like breaking something, messing up a pull request, or being judged by experienced contributors. But see, if you don't start, then you'll not know and you'll not get pro in it. So you need to start first. Most of the folks get stuck at where to start. Like most of the times folks don't know like which repository I should contribute to, what should be the good first issue in which I can contribute. Some people are confused in like which technology I should contribute. So some of you must be knowing JavaScript, some of you must be knowing Java. So you can pick up any of the repo and just start contributing. Like no matter it's a small contribution or big, just start. And the last is unfamiliar workflows. So there are different concepts in Git, like which can be little complex for you, like concepts like branching, pull request, rebasing, and conflicts. So these are some of the issues which are challenging in starting to contribute. So now let's see how you can utilize AI for contributing and understanding code and overcome these challenges. Okay, so AI can help in understanding your code easily. So AI can summarize those long files, long code base, and explain what each function works. And I'll show a quick demo also about it, so we can look that. It also connects different part of the projects. Suppose you have a source folder in which many of the folders are there, and you don't know which folder is working how. So and what are the different connects. So it helps in understanding how different parts of the project connect. It also create version overviews, like you can simply through AI get LLD diagrams created for the flow of the current code which is written. So that really helps in contributing and understanding, like it saves a lot of time. So without AI you need to understand every line of code and then you can start contributing. but like AI has made a life simpler. So the second is simplified learning. So in the readmes, as I have mentioned in the challenges, that every project does not have a simplified documentation which is beginner friendly. So you can just simply give it to AI and get a beginner friendly language, and if there is any technical jargon, it can explain you step by step like what you have to do. And if you don't know anything prior, this can really help. Third is confidence booster. So once we contribute, we often think about like how will be our code, will it be production ready, or will it affect other code. So AI can help you review your code as well. So by simply giving prompts like review my code based on this feature branch, it gives quite a good review. So it can act as a peer programming, like you don't need someone to review now, like AI can also review that. And it also suggests improvements like is your code optimized, or does it includes like repetitive code, so that you can use these things. And last is smarter debugging. So earlier, we debugging took a lot of time because we don't get where the error is, or uh, what the error might be. So AI helps in getting instant help in analyzing what are the error logs and where the problem might be, suggest the fixes based on the common patterns, and it also provides step by step debugging guidance. Like if you are stuck, then it also provides step by step guidance. Okay, now let me quickly share my screen again and we can jump into a small demo. Okay, I can see few comments. We can use AI. Why programmer man said don't use AI, otherwise no points given. Okay. Let me share my screen quickly about GitHub Copilot. Okay, so this is GitHub Copilot. Most of you must be using this, and some of you must be new to this. So what you can do is you can quickly click here and get started for free. There are different tiers to it. Okay, let's see plans and pricing. So here you can see three tiers: free, pro, and pro plus. So for if you are a beginner, you can just and you don't want to spend money, you can just go for the free tier. You also get GitHub Copilot in GitHub Student Developer Pack, which students get free by just availing it. So let me click.
Hi, Shraddha. Sorry to interrupt. Like, can you reshare the screen because it's not visible to us actually?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can you
Let
look
me.
and do this? Just reshare it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me share the. Yeah. Is it visible now? Can you see the different tiers of GitHub Copilot?
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah. It's now is visible. Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't see like the earlier part as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We missed it.
Oh, okay. So sorry for that. So here you can simply get started for free for using GitHub Copilot, and you can see the plans and pricing over here. So there are different tiers. If you are a beginner and you don't want to spend money, and that is not also required to get a pro or pro plus, you can simply avail a free version. You also get pro for 30 days free trial, so you can try that. And you also get this in GitHub Student Developer Pack. So, as a student, you can avail GitHub Student Developer Pack. So, you can sign up for that and avail that. So, let me open the VS Code. and share the screen. Oh, you can see the VS Code screen, right?
Uh, Still not. It might take few seconds maybe.
Yeah. Just let me know once you see the VS Code screen. I've shared the entire screen. I don't know, like it's available here. Can you see it now, Jyoti?
No, we can't.
Okay. Let me reshare it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tell me once you see it. Is it visible?
No, Satakshi is still not visible.
Okay. So let me skip that part. Okay. So I can just tell how to use GitHub Copilot in VS Code. Uh, just a minute. Yeah, you can see the GitHub screen, right? That should be visible. Is the GitHub screen visible, Jyoti?
No. At present, it's not visible.
Okay. I don't know why this is happening. Like I'm sharing it the same way. You can't
Mm.
see any screen.
No, it's just you.
Okay. But it is showing in the present mode. Now, any of the screen.
No, still.
Okay, I don't know why it is happening. Uh, Let me share with the PPT again, and maybe in that only I can tell. PPT is visible, right? Can you see the PPT?
No, no.
Uh, Maybe it will take some time.
Yeah, maybe the internet having issue.
Okay, so let me talk about it till then PPT appears. If it will take some time, then let's see. So what you can see in GitHub Copilot is once you see that get started button there, click on that and it will get open into your VS Code. So at the right hand side, Copilot window will open, and there you will see different things like add context. Different models will be present, and there are two modes in it. Like you can ask the question, and there will be a agent mode as well. So in ask mode, what it happens is you can simply ask that explain this code or explain this file or summarize the code written in that file in an easy language. So suppose you are working on a JavaScript project and you don't know like how to like JavaScript in detail. You don't know JavaScript in detail, but then also you can contribute because of AI. So just go to GitHub Copilot and ask, like, summarize this code for me. It will summarize in plain language, and you'll understand the concept then and there as well. Okay, and in the agent mode, it will do is, so try to use agent mode if you know the language. So it will go to the files which you tell to modify, and it will modify the files, and based on the suggestions you can either accept the edit or you can decline the edit. So that is one part. So there are different models to it, like ChatGPT 4 is there in Copilot free version. ChatGPT 4o is there, 4.1 is there, and we have Gemini as well, and we have Claude Sonnet Thinking. So you have 5 6 models to that, and every model has a different use case. So if you're contributing to a doc like technical documentation, in that area you want to contribute, so you can utilize ChatGPT 4o. That really helps a lot, and that is like, after giving the prompt, it gives the right output. And if you are using for debugging or building, like developing the feature or something, or solving an issue, so you can use Claude Sonnet Thinking. So that is really powerful in developing. So yeah, this I wanted to tell. And you can try different version as well, like maybe one works for other, and one version works for other. So yeah, you can try that. Can we see the PPT now, or it's still not visible?
No, Satakshi, it's still not there.
Okay. What to do? Can I share the PPT with you? And yeah, I am doing that. See now, is it visible?
No. Yeah, yeah, it's coming.
Oh, okay.
I'm just lagging. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
visible now.
it's visible. Okay. Okay. So this how you can utilize AI. Like we can see in the end, if the GitHub Copilot window gets shared, then I'll share the live demo also. So next come is how you can make your first contribution. So most of you must be beginners in contributing to open source. So let's see how to make the first contribution. For that, first thing is you have to communicate effectively. So you can't just jump on a repo and say that I'll want to contribute. So there are some good practices which we should follow while contributing to open source. So firstly, you have to like see and comment in the issue which you want to contribute, and ask the maintainer that see, I want to contribute in this issue, and you can give a short deadline in which, like, suppose there is a typo fix, so you can solve it in few hours. So you can say that I can solve it. So just add a good comment over there, and wait for the maintainer to assign that issue to you, and then work, because maybe someone else has been assigned that issue. So you can't work simply by saying by working and creating a feature branch. Okay. Second is pick up a good first repo. Like if you are a beginner, you can pick up issues. You can pick up a repo based on different filters which are available on GitHub, like based on the technology, based on a good first issue, or based on the language. You can do that. Then search for good first issues. So I will share in the demo like how you can search for good first issues. So we have filters for that. Based on that, you can search for good first issues. You can also create your own issues. See, suppose you have the project installed on your local environment and it's running, and you can see that there are several issues in the project. Like maybe there is a typo, there is a CSS alignment issue. So You can go on GitHub, go under issues and create your own issues, write a good description, explain the issue, and that and ask the maintainer to assign that issue to you, and then you can work on it. Fifth is set up your local environment. Like you can't set up, like suppose you have selected 5 repos and you want to contribute to few of them, so you can't set up all the repos in your environment. Like that is really time consuming. So set up the environment after seeing the issue and after seeing which issue you want to contribute to. So for setting up the environment, you have to fork the repository first, and you can start the repository. That's a good practice in open source. Then you can clone it, create a feature branch out of the main branch. Like don't just simply make changes to the main branch, because it might break the flow of the program of the project if maybe your contribution is wrong. So that will break the flow of the project. So make the changes while creating a feature branch, and then simply you can create a pull request. Okay, so let me share the screen again. Yeah, so you must be seeing the GitHub screen, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
visible now.
yeah, okay. I don't know what was the issue before, but okay, let's see. So, see, here simply while going on the search button, you can search based on the technology. Suppose you want to contribute to a Java project. So, here all the Java projects will come in which you can contribute. Okay, suppose you want to contribute, you are a beginner and want to contribute to the good first issues. Simply, simply write good first issues. Simply write good first issues and okay. Sorry for the typo. So here are the good first issues which you can see. So uh, using this, you can select the repo. Okay, now let's see one of the repo of layer 5, and we can see how you can contribute. Okay, so this is the repository of layer 5. It's an open source organization. See, here you can see different issues in the under the issues tab, and here different labels are there. Like, is it a event area, or is it a good first issue? And based on the framework, also see you can see. So they use Gatsby and uh, JavaScript. So based on the language and the framework, you can select the issue. So these are many issues. Okay, so just go to labels and you can filter them based on whatever you want. So if you want to contribute to the technical documentation side, so here we have this area slash doc. So every repo must be having different labels. So based on that, you can do. So see, good first issue label is there, writing and marketing. So everything is there. You can just simply filter by label. Okay. And now once the issue has you have selected, simply fork this repo from by clicking on this fork button. Start the repo, and for cloning it, you can simply click on this code button. You can simply click on this code button, and here you can see this link, HTTPS link. Copy it, and in your terminal just type the command git clone and add this link. It will clone the repository in your local environment. Okay, after that, you can create a feature branch from here also, while giving the proper feature branch name. So suppose you are fixing a typo, so you can give a name feature slash fix typo. So that so like be selective in writing a good feature branch name, because that is really helpful in finding like what was the issue and all. So you can create the feature branch from here, and in the VS Code terminal, you can simply do git checkout, and that will check out to the feature branch. Simply solve the issue, whatever you have picked, and here a pop-up will come once you push your code, and you can create a pull request out of that. Okay. So one thing I missed was, so suppose you select this issue. Okay, so don't just quickly jump into it. See what is the description, what the issue is, and just like this, like you can simply write, I would like to work on this issue, or we can see a few more. So, see, this has a quite good description of what is needed and what are the warnings and errors, what is the expected behavior, and what is the environment you need. Okay, and see how nicely this contributor has written that I have identified the root cause and I want to contribute. Okay, so you can look into these and then add a comment, like add a proper comment. So that will give you a heads up in like assigning that issue. Okay, and after that, you can simply create a pull request. So this is one part of it. Now let me share that VS Code link if that works, and then we can see. So can we see the VS Code screen?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's there.
yeah. So see, as I mentioned earlier, we have this context button where we can add the context of the files or folders. Simply like, see, if I want to get the story.jxs explained to me, you can click on this, add different context. Like you can add more than 5 to 6 7 8 files, and you can simply add the file folder as well, whichever you want. So in this repo, we have two folders, API and client. So I've just added that. Okay. Now simply see how this works. Okay. So if I simply write explain this stories.jsx file in brief, and also explain the flow, and simply press this button. So it will evaluate the file, and it will see it has used these two references, that you can skip that readme one. So see how briefly it explains, like it explains the imports which are having in this file, that we have uses auth context and how it is rendered, and let's see the flow. So you can also get the flow in brief. Okay, and see at the top I have, just for example, login.jsx. If you want to get it explained, here it has mentioned key points. Okay, so this is one thing you can, by adding the context, you can debug the issue also. Like suppose you are getting a issue in login.jsx only, so you can just copy the issue, like copy the error message, and you can get it resolved. Especially like you'll get the like what was the error, like sometimes we don't get the root cause. Okay, so see, I was talking about this agent mode and ask mode. So if you do the agent mode, then it will automatically modify these files, and based on the suggestions you want, like based on the code you want, you can either accept or either decline the code. So this was about Copilot, and see here there are different models in the free version: Claude, Sonnet, Gemini. So you can use that, you can use these. Okay, let's go back to the PPT again. Yeah. Now let's touch upon Git and GitHub. So most of the folks think that Git and GitHub are same, but they are different. So Git is an open source version control that works locally to help developers work together. But GitHub is a web based hosting service. So you have seen that in GitHub we have a lot of repositories, and it's used for managing and hosting the repository. So here we have these key commands which you will be using uh, while contributing to open source, or normally while you do make your project. So we have git init, git clone, remote, status, git commit for committing the changes, git branch, and all these. So these are necessary for contributing. But see, if you don't want to use these key commands, like as a beginner you should know these commands, but once you get hang of it, you can also use GitHub desktop. Like that is really user friendly. Like you don't need to uh, do it via command again and again. You can just simply click on like create new feature, branch, and all. So but you should definitely know these commands. So now let's look into opportunities after learning from GSOC. So after learning from GirlScript Summer of Code, so once you make contributions into GirlScript Summer of Code, and once you get hang of it, you can further contribute to programs like Google Summer of Code. If you want to contribute under technical writing, then you can contribute to Google Season of Dogs. We have a really good program called Hacktoberfest, which is for beginners. So that is coming up in October, so you can contribute there as well. Followed by outreachy MLH fellowships. So in MLH fellowships, you have to give the project, and the project should be a little complex, and you must know everything about your project. Then we have season of KD, Linux kernel mentorship programs, social summer of code, hyperledge mentorship programs. So these summer of Bitcoin. So these are some of the programs like you should definitely try contributing to. Okay, we have other like layer 5, AppWrite. These are also some of the opportunities where you can look. And yeah, that's all for the session. If you want to connect with me, you can scan this QR. And yeah, if you have any questions, we can take them.
Yeah, so we have couple of questions in the chat box. So let's start with the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the basic doubt that some of the hackathon or like GSOC have some limitations on the uses of AI. So it's a relevant question of like, so what you suggest, just like as you said in the slide, and primarily focus AI only to learn about the complexities, not for the entire contribution. So please share some light on this question, maybe that will be helpful for the.
Yeah, so yeah, like just use AI as your pair programmer. Don't think that AI will do all your work and it will solve all the issue. It will not. Like it will take few years or a decade for that. Like we have so many AI models and everything, but see, every developer is also working like for debugging. You can take help of it, but like it will not solve the whole issue. But like yes, it has really accelerated in developing things faster. So what we were able to achieve in 2 to 3 days, now we can achieve in 1 day. So yeah, that's one part of it.
Yeah.
So like you should be aware of the code base. Like you should be aware, students like you which are at this stage, you must be aware of the technology, but like it will really help if you utilize AI as well.
And also it depends on the program manager or your mentor. So if
Yeah.
it is not feasible for them, you can switch over to other projects as well. Yeah, you can
Yes.
communicate with your mentors. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's take on the other question. If a student only has 1 to 2 hours a day to learn coding, how should they structure their practice for maximum impact?
Okay, so It depends, like whatever you are doing. Like so, in 4 year of college, you can't do everything in the first year, and so you have to divide. You have to structure it accordingly. Like in first year, I'll complete DSA, and in second year, I'll start contributing to open source. Like that, you need to organize your stuff accordingly. Like you can't. So there are so many programs, and mostly folks feel FOMO about like contributing to every program and getting into every program. So you have to see like which program will be beneficial for you. So it depends on you what you want and in which program you want to contribute. So based on according to that, you can uh, like prepare your strategy.
Okay. What is the best way to showcase open source contribution when applying for internships or jobs?
Okay. So, see, if you have two, three, or four, five good contributions, you can directly mention them in your resume. But if you are contributing extensively to open source, so you can create a good portfolio out of it and just share that portfolio link. So you can, in the portfolio, you can mention all the contributions which you have done. So you can share what impact it has created. So if you just write that I have made this contribution, that will not help. So you have to also share the impact it has created, like the impact of the issue. So people most some of the folks add documentation issues, so that is a like that is good to start in open source. But for enhancing the resume, you need some like complex issue which you have solved. So like you can mention small issues as well, but like if you have contributed to good issues, then you should mention them first. Yeah.
How do you balance using AI to learn faster while still ensuring you build strong problem solving skills?
So see, once you go through AI and you have understand those basic steps or basic technology, like in JavaScript, maybe a basic asynchronous function, you understand how it works. So after that, don't stop there. Go deep into that concept, and then you can learn it as well. Because if you are only doing it through AI, then you will not able to learn, and you will not able to like see what was the issue in the next issue, like in the next project or next issue, you will not able to solve it on your own. So AI is to just like see like where you are stuck at it, but you can give a deep dive to that concept afterwards.
Uh, I think um, we have completed all the questions in the chat. Um,
Yeah.
Let me
uh,
ask one or two questions from the questions we selected from the communities also. These are some one or two questions only. So, what are your go-to AI tools for writing or improving code, and how do you use them effectively in daily work?
Okay, so we mostly use Claude and ChatGPT 4. So we extensively use GitHub Copilot only. That's why I have presented that today. So, but in that, as I mentioned, that different models had different use cases. So based on your interest of what is the issue, you can use the model. So there are different models nowadays. Like every we have MCP servers, like which is new for like all of us. So yeah, so we use GitHub Copilot.
Okay. Can you share a real example where AI saved your time while debugging or writing code?
Yeah. So while development of APIs, you see, like developing a backend API is a easy task, but when it comes to testing, it is really complex. So you have to write unit test cases, integration test cases. So for in that, AI really helped a lot. Like it mostly helps in writing the most of the unit test cases with full coverage, like 100% coverage. So earlier we used to write unit test cases manually, but like it saved really a lot of time for us to write the test cases. So there it helped a lot. Like, and in features also, like we use AI to develop the features in the industry. So yeah.
Um, okay, so um, if someone is a beginner and decide to starting with the coding, so whether it is advisable to jump to AI generated tools or maybe write it manually, what would you suggest?
So first write it manually, but if you are stuck, then take use of AI. Don't like treat it as a pair programmer or a guider. Like earlier, you might need two friends to solve an issue which you are not getting, maybe, but now you can utilize AI for that. So don't use it as like it will solve. Use just like I'll recommend use it as a pair programmer. Then it is really helpful.
Yeah, maybe to write it manually and use it for reviews. Yeah.
Yeah, use it for review and use it like whenever you are stuck, but don't just directly jump to AI.
Okay.
Like most of the beginners do that. Yeah.
How do you personally use GitHub in your projects? Any tips to manage branches, commit, pull request to better?
Yeah, so I use GitHub desktop for that. Like that is really helpful. You can like it's available. You can download. Like there's no paid version to it. So that the interface is really helpful, and you can see all the repos in the left hand side, and you can select easily create a feature branch. Like, but as a beginner and as a student, you should use git commands also, because once you get hang of GitHub desktop, you sometimes forgot the git command. So yeah, that is necessary for you as a student.
So that's it. So actually, we are end with the Q&A part, and we are at the end of the session. So anything you would like to add?
Yeah, no, that's all from my side. I'm really sorry for that connectivity issues and screen not visible issues. So yeah,
No worries, no worries. That must be a technical issues. There's
yeah,
no, but we feel really great to have you again as a speaker for our education series, and it's a really great session, insightful, and we appreciate like how you shared all the things practically. So it definitely helped our all to get the real context of it. So yeah, it's really helpful.
yeah. Okay, thank you
So
then.
yeah, and please scan the QR guys and connect with Sitakshi for any further queries or anything you want to tell her. So yeah, please. Thank you, Sitakshi.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.